exists a gigantic energy, ready to be used and manipulated in any way we wish. It is a creative energy, the very essence that gives us life, our vital energy. This force, which at first seems invisible, is entirely tangible in its effects. For many, it is a mystery, an esoteric concept. But in reality, it is everywhere and at all times, pulsing with life, with consciousness. The question is, how can we control this energy so that it works in our favor? Most people live their entire lives never awakening to this power within them, drifting like leaves in the wind of existence, unaware of the control they could possess. In this video, you will learn the first steps to control your vital energy using principles of occultism, Hermeticism, and ancient energy control practices such as Qigong. The knowledge you are about to receive has been guarded for centuries by mystery schools and esoteric orders. Prepare to awaken the power that lies dormant within you. Unlike physical strength, which diminishes with age, this inner force grows stronger the more you cultivate it. Those who master it find that reality itself begins to bend to their will, not through supernatural magic, but through the alignment of consciousness with the fundamental energies of existence. Energy masters throughout history have understood a truth hidden from ordinary perception. Our vital force exists in 4 distinct dimensions. First, as physical vitality and health in the body. Second, as emotional power and resilience. Third, as mental clarity and will. Finally, as spiritual connection to the cosmos itself. The divide between those who control their vital energy and those controlled by external forces is vast. On one side stand the masters, centered, powerful, and directed. On the other, the majority of humanity, scattered, weakened, and pulled in countless directions by invisible currents they cannot see or understand. 3 ancient traditions hold the keys to mastering this inner force. From Western occultism, we learn the power of concentrated will and intention. From Hermeticism, we discover the mirroring of cosmos and consciousness. From Eastern practices like Qigong, we gain precise techniques to direct energy through the body. Each tradition offers a unique doorway to the same fundamental truth. What you are about to learn is not instant magic, but a progressive awakening. Each practice builds upon the last, gradually transforming the invisible into the visible, the potential into the actual. The ancient masters understood that transformation requires patience, not because the techniques are complex, but because you are rewiring the very foundation of your being. In the coming segments, we will begin with awareness, learning to feel and recognize the energy that has always been within you. Then we will explore control, the deliberate directing of this force. Finally, we will touch upon transformation, how these practices can fundamentally alter your experience of reality. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and that step is awareness. To take the first steps in energy control, it is essential to understand what it really is and how it manifests. In the esoteric world, energy is known by various names: prana, chi, ether, or simply vital force. These different terms across cultures all point to the same fundamental reality: the life force that animates all existence. Franz Barden, in Initiation into Hermetics, describes energy as the essential element that connects the soul, spirit, and physical body. He states, "Without the control of energy, man is but a leaf in the wind of the forces of the universe." This vital energy is the driving force behind all of our existence. In practical terms, it can be perceived as vitality in health, as emotion in feelings, and even as intention in thoughts. Eliphas Levi calls this energy magnetic fluid, a subtle substance that fills the universe and can be shaped by the will. In his book, Dogma and Ritual of High Magic, he emphasizes that energy is like a river. It flows naturally, but can be diverted, channeled, and transformed. He says, "He who knows the secret of the magnetic fluid can turn thoughts into reality, desires into strength, and the very soul into light." From this view, understanding how energy works is recognizing that it is not separate from you. It is your essence, molded by your actions, thoughts, and emotions with each breath you take. Therefore, learning to control it is in fact a process of aligning with this flow. The Hermetic principle, as above, so below, as within, so without, reveals that the energies moving through you are the same energies that move through the cosmos. Aleister Crowley, in his work Magic Without Tears, explains that energy control begins with the balance of the three aspects of the human being. The body. Physical and vital energy is sustained by nutrition, breathing, and movement. The mind. Thoughts and intentions generate vibrations that directly affect the energy field. The spirit. It is the most subtle and powerful source, the origin of all energy. He summarized this idea in one of his most striking quotes: "Magic is the art of transforming reality through disciplined will, and will is energy in its purest form." At the heart of Chinese philosophy and practices like Qigong, the ancient Chinese art where energy flow is controlled through breathing, Qi is described as the universal vital force that permeates everything that exists. It is the breath of life, the essence that animates the body, sustains the mind, and nourishes the spirit. Qigong offers a practical understanding of energy, showing that it can be felt and manipulated by anyone. These practices help regulate the nervous system, blood circulation, and increase body awareness to a very precise level. In Taoist tradition, it is believed that Qi arises from the union of yin and yang, the opposing and complementary forces that compose the universe. It is both material and immaterial, a bridge between the tangible and the intangible. Qi is linked to biological processes such as blood circulation, digestion, and the functioning of organs. It flows through specific channels in the body, called meridians, forming an intricate energy network. It is also the energy that sustains thoughts, emotions, and mental clarity. When Qi is blocked, confusion and emotional imbalance arise. On a higher plane, Qi connects the practitioner to the cosmos, serving as a tool for spiritual awakening. There are 12 primary meridians, each connected to a vital organ such as the heart, liver, and kidneys, and 8 extraordinary meridians which store and regulate energy. When the flow of Qi is harmonious, the body functions in a balanced way. But when there are blockages, physical or psychological diseases emerge. Imagine the meridians as rivers irrigating a field. If there is a blockage, the water stagnates and the land becomes diseased. The practice of Qigong is essentially the art of keeping these rivers flowing freely. In the world of occultism, the mind is the master key to energy control. Before learning to direct external forces, it is essential to understand and master internal energies. Franz Bardon, in his foundational works, especially Initiation into Hermetics, emphasizes that energy control is impossible without a disciplined mind. According to him, the mind is both the conductor and the framework of the energy flow. Bardon teaches that the human mind functions as a magnet for universal energy. Thoughts, emotions, and intentions shape the energy flow that circulates through the body and beyond. He introduces a universal truth. To manipulate external energies, the mind must be clean and focused. The first step in this process is introspection, looking within to identify and release mental pollution. An undisciplined mind scatters energy in countless directions, while a focused mind collects and directs it with precision. This is why meditation is the foundation of all energy work, regardless of tradition. As the 14th century mystic, Meister Eckhart said, "To be full of things is to be empty of God. To be empty of things is to be full of God." Similarly, to be full of mental noise is to be empty of energy. To be empty of distractions is to be full of power. The path to controlling your energy begins with simple yet deeply transformative steps. First, we will learn how to cultivate energy awareness through practical exercises that anyone can do. The foundation of energy control is body awareness. The physical body is the vehicle of energy. For it to flow harmoniously, one must first establish a solid connection with it. Initial practice: body scanning. Find a quiet place and sit or lie down comfortably. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Begin focusing your attention on your feet and slowly move upward, passing through your waist, stomach, lungs, neck, and up to the top of your head, noticing each sensation. Imagine that energy is awakening in every part of the body as your attention passes through it. Do this for 5 to 10 minutes daily. This practice increases body awareness, relaxes the body, and prepares the energy system for deeper work. Eliphas Levi said that breathing is the means by which we absorb and redistribute the magnetic fluid. In Qigong, the control of Qi is done through breath control. So it's time to learn how to breathe consciously, an act most take for granted, but few truly master. Basic practice: conscious abdominal breathing. Sit upright or lie on your back. Place one hand on your abdomen and the other on your chest. Inhale deeply through your nose, expanding your abdomen while keeping your chest still. Exhale slowly through your mouth, allowing the abdomen to contract. Focus on the rhythm of your breath, feeling it as a flow of energy entering and leaving. Complete 10 cycles of this breathing twice a day. In addition to calming the mind, this practice aligns the energy flow and activates the energy center known as the lower dantian, located below the navel, where qi is stored. Now let's move to an exercise to feel the flow of vital energy moving within you. In the next practice, we will bring the energy to the palms of our hands, one of the most sensitive energy centers of the body, and often the easiest place to first feel energy tangibly. Sit comfortably with your back straight and position your hands in front of your body at chest level, with the palms facing each other. Breathe deeply 3 times. On the next inhale, fill your belly and lungs with as much air as possible, and hold for 4 seconds. Exhale slowly, imagining the palms of your hands warming. Visualize the flow of energy circulating through your body and heading towards your hands. Continue breathing deeply, and with each exhale, your hands get warmer and warmer. Feel the tips of your fingers charged with energy. Do this for 5 minutes daily, and you will soon be ready for the next steps. As you continue this practice, you will notice several stages of progression. First, you may feel warmth or tingling. Next, you might sense a subtle, magnetic-like resistance between your palms, as if you were holding a ball of energy. Finally, with consistent practice, you may begin to feel pulsations, waves, or even see the energy with your inner vision. Do not be discouraged if sensation comes slowly. Everyone's sensitivity is different. What matters is the consistent practice and growing awareness of the subtle energies that have always been there. Emotions are the paint, the mind is the brush, and the universe is the canvas. What you feel inevitably becomes what you create. This ancient Hermetic principle reveals the profound connection between our emotional states and the reality we experience. Emotional balance is an essential pillar for energy control. Emotions are not just subjective experiences. They are pure energy that alters the entire flow inside and outside of us. This interaction between emotions, energy, and manifested reality is a dance that connects body, mind, and spirit with the universe. Human emotions are forms of energy in motion. In many spiritual traditions, including Qigong and Hermeticism, it is believed that each emotional state directly influences the energetic flow in the body. Positive emotions such as joy, love, and gratitude promote a harmonious and expansive energy flow. They elevate the vibrational frequency of the practitioner, allowing a clearer connection to the universal field. Negative emotions such as anger, fear, and sadness create blockages and energetic stagnation, often resulting in physical, mental, and spiritual imbalances. In Qigong, unbalanced emotions are associated with dysfunctions in specific organs. For example, anger affects the liver, fear unbalances the kidneys, sadness impacts the lungs. This is not merely symbolic. Modern science has confirmed that emotional states trigger specific hormonal and nervous responses that directly affect our organs and systems. The ancient Chinese understood this mind-body connection thousands of years ago, developing practices to balance emotions and thus heal the body. This knowledge gives us a powerful tool. By transforming our emotional state, we can literally transform our physical health. In Western practices, unbalanced emotions are seen as obstacles to manifestation because they scatter the energy necessary to fulfill intentions. Uncontrolled emotions are like chaotic winds that scatter the magician's energy. To manifest anything, it is necessary to be emotionally centered, because what you feel determines the quality of the energy you emit. Harmonious emotions create a strong and coherent energy field. Also, energy follows focus. A mind disturbed by disordered emotions cannot sustain the attention necessary to direct energy. According to Aleister Crowley, energy has no intrinsic morality. It simply responds to the intention and emotional state of the one directing it. This means that an energetic act can create or destroy, depending on the purpose with which it is performed. This knowledge carries great responsibility, for as we learn to better direct our energy, we must also cultivate wisdom about how we use this power. The most potent energy work begins with honest self-reflection, understanding our true motivations and ensuring they align with our highest values. Throughout the universe, energy follows the direction given by intention and concentration. True power does not lie solely in the flow of energy, but in the directed consciousness that guides it. The act of thinking and feeling clearly and focused is the starting point for any manifestation in the physical, mental, or spiritual world. Intention is the seed, and concentration is the directed energy that makes that seed germinate and grow. Intention is a clear and specific impulse that directs vital energy toward the manifestation of a result. Pure intention is not influenced by the ego or the distractions of the mind. It comes from a deep space of connection with the heart and the soul, with a clear understanding of what is wanted. When you place a clear intention in your heart, it is not just a superficial wish. Instead, it is an energetic command that begins to shape reality according to your vibration. The mind then aligns with this intention, and the path to its manifestation begins to unfold. This intention can be for healing, to transform a circumstance, or even to reach a higher level of consciousness. The key is to be fully committed and present in the act of directing this intention. In practical energy work, you can enhance the power of your intention through visualization, seeing the desired outcome as already accomplished, feeling the emotions that would accompany its manifestation, and holding that vision with unwavering faith. Ancient initiates knew that intention combined with emotion and visualization creates an energetic template that reality will eventually conform to. While intention defines the goal, it is concentration that maintains the necessary focus to materialize that goal. Concentration is the action of the mind, the process of uniting mental energy into a single point. Without concentration, vital energy can disperse, weakening the desired manifestation. The human mind, by nature, tends to become distracted, wandering from one thought to another. Therefore, true control of vital energy requires mental discipline. When you focus your attention on something deliberately and continuously, you are effectively diverting the flow of vital energy to a single point, increasing its intensity and power. That is why there is no magician who does not meditate. In the practice of yoga, concentration is one of the main pillars. Through dharana, one of the stages of yoga, the practitioner learns to deeply focus attention on a single object or idea, whether it is a chakra, a breath, a visualization, or even a sound. This helps channel the flow of energy for a specific purpose. In modern terms, concentration builds the neural pathways that allow energy to flow more efficiently along your intended direction. Like a muscle, concentration strengthens with consistent practice. Now, to finish, let us use this knowledge of intention and concentration to perform a pranayama practice that aims not only to control the breath, but also to direct and intensify the flow of vital energy, prana, throughout the body and the subtle bodies. Breathing, by its nature, is a channel of exchange between the outer world and our inner being. Each inhalation is an exchange of energy with the universe, and each exhalation is a release of tension, emotions, and stagnant energy. But for this exchange to be complete and effective, it is necessary to work consciously with the act of breathing. When we become conscious of our breath, we can learn to control and direct the flow of vital energy. The technique is called Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. This is one of the most common and powerful techniques of pranayama. Alternate nostril breathing aims to balance the flow of energy in both cerebral hemispheres and clear the energetic channels. Symbolically, it represents the balance between the opposite energies of the universe, the sun and the moon, the masculine and the feminine, the active and the passive. How to practice. Sit in a comfortable posture with your spine straight. With your right hand, use your thumb to close your right nostril and inhale deeply through your left nostril. Close the left nostril with your ring finger and release the right nostril, exhaling completely through the right nostril. Now inhale deeply through the right nostril and exhale through the left nostril. Continue alternating nostrils, always maintaining deep and slow breathing. This practice helps to balance the energy flows within the body, bringing calm, mental clarity, and inner peace. In addition to being an excellent concentration exercise, it harmonizes the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems, creating an optimal state for energy work, Control of vital energy is a path of self-discovery and evolution. Start with small steps. Pay attention to your posture. Breathe consciously. Meditate, visualize, and keep your intention clear. Over time, you will begin to notice your own energy becoming stronger, more harmonious, and more directed. Remember, vital energy is within you, waiting to be accessed and used to create the life you desire. You are the master of this energy, and by learning to control it, you will become the conscious creator of your own reality. As we come to the end of this introduction to energy control, it's important to remember that what you've learned represents just the beginning of a profound journey. These practices, drawn from diverse traditions, all point to the same universal principles: the interconnectedness of all energy, the power of focused consciousness, and the potential for transformation that lies within each of us. I encourage you to practice these techniques daily, even if just for a few minutes. Begin with the body scan to develop awareness. Continue with conscious breathing to control energy flow. And practice feeling energy between your palms to strengthen your perception of subtle forces. Consistency matters more than duration. 5 minutes of focused practice each day will yield better results than an hour once a week. As you develop your practice, you may notice subtle yet profound changes. Increased vitality, improved emotional balance, greater mental clarity, and a deeper connection to your intuition. Many practitioners also report enhanced creativity, better relationships, and a growing sense of purpose and meaning. These benefits arise not from any external source, but from the alignment with your own inherent energetic nature. You are simply becoming more of who you truly are. Remember that most people live their entire lives without ever becoming aware of the energetic dimension of existence. By taking these first steps, you've already distinguished yourself as someone who seeks a deeper understanding of life's mysteries. The choice to continue this path of mastery is now yours. Will you remain a passive recipient of life's energies, or become an active creator, shaping your energetic reality with conscious intention? For those who wish to delve deeper, there are countless resources available. The ancient texts we've mentioned, the Hermetic writings, the Yogic sutras, the Taoist classics, all provide valuable insights. Modern interpretations of these teachings can be found in books, courses, and communities dedicated to energy work. Whatever path you choose, remember that the most important teacher lies within. Your own direct experience of energy will always be your most reliable guide. Finally, as you develop your energy mastery, consider how you might use these abilities to benefit others. In all the ancient traditions, the highest use of power was in service. As your own energy field grows stronger and more coherent, you naturally influence those around you, bringing greater harmony, clarity, and vitality to your relationships and communities. True masters understand that we are all connected in the great web of cosmic energy. By elevating yourself, you help elevate all of humanity. Thank you for embarking on this journey of discovery. The power to transform your experience of life has always been within you. Now you have begun to access it consciously. Practice with patience, explore with curiosity, and remember that the mastery of energy is not an end in itself, but a means to live with greater purpose, joy, and connection. May your path be illuminated by the light of awakened consciousness, and may your growing mastery bring benefit to all beings.